Summertime is fun time. This is why I start a new project. It should be fun, but also contain new things I never did so far. Grüezi YouTubers, here is the guy with a Swiss accent, with a new episode and fresh ideas around sensors and microcontrollers. I would like to use things I have here in the lab and build a vehicle with some sensors and some brains. And perhaps I will get some help from skilled viewers for certain aspects of the project. So first I have to select the base for the vehicle. One possibility is this self-balancing robot. It is cute and can be controlled by a remote control. It even has some ultrasonic sensors to avoid collisions. Unfortunately, it is quite small and not very stable. If only a little thing happens, it falls. Nothing to start with. A much better solution would be a robust beast which, instead of falling because of an obstacle, just moves over it. And we should be able to put a lot of technology on its back if we want. Frequent viewers might remember a Christmas mailbag where I got a disassembled tank from Banggood. It contains all parts including an ESP8266 as a controller, and it is controlled by an app on the smartphone. The first step is to build it up as designed and try it out. Then we can start to pimp it with sensors, brains and maybe also bigger muscles. A few things on my wish list are: add an FPV camera, replace the ESP8266 with an ESP32, add a real remote control instead of Wi-Fi to steer the tank. Add the new 360-degree LiDAR to avoid obstacles. Add a stronger controller and batteries to enhance the maximum speed. Add a GPS to convert it to a Robo Tank and make it position aware. Add something like ArduPilot to plan a mission. Add vision like OpenCV or a Pixie 2. And of course, add a gun. All these steps contain new areas like the reverse engineering of a remote control protocol to be readable by an ESP32, or how to control brushed or maybe brushless motors, and of course test the new LiDAR and make it useful for obstacle avoidance. In my last videos I learned that many of my viewers have lots of knowledge I do not have. You contribute a lot to this channel by writing comments. This is why I would like to move you up from the comments to the video and get you involved in this project. If you have a particular experience and knowledge in one of the fields on my wish list and you want to contribute this knowledge, I would be glad to hear from you. Just describe in which area you want to participate and what kind of experience you have in this field. And of course, if somebody who lives near me would like to join the project, feel free to contact me. You can contribute, for example, with code for the ESP32, 3D drawings I can print and assemble, or general know-how on which parts I should use or avoid. If you do not find the cool add-on you have built or want to create on my wish list, just write a comment and I will see if we can accommodate it somewhere. I hope we will build a cool Robo Tank. Now let's start with the basics. Marvin began to assemble the Panzer. It consists of metal parts, a lot of screws, 2 chains and 2 motors. It also contains an ESP8266 and a motor driver board. It uses 2 LiPo batteries, but the wiring is not made for high performance. The technical spec says that the motors have a stall current of 4.5 ampere. But these thin wires will not at all be able to source such a current. And also the motor controller can only handle 1.2 ampere. So we already discovered some constraints to remove in the future. Here we see all parts nicely arranged on the floor. He started with the assembly for the wheels. They are entire of aluminium and are held together with screws. Maybe later we have to use some Loctite to secure them in place for rough terrain. Next, he built the 2 chain wheels, which will be attached to the motors and drive the chains. Then, 8 of the 10 wheels had to be mounted to the chassis. After that, he installed the motors and the chain wheels. The 2 last wheels have a variable mount and can be adjusted later to produce the tension for the chains. In the next step, he had to shorten the chains to the right length and put them together. This is quite a natural thing if you know how. The chains are made of plastic parts which are held together by thin metal sticks. You can push them out to shorten the chain and push them back in to close it. In the end, he mounted them to the wheels. Unfortunately, he was not able to appropriately adjust the chain wheels because the axles of the motors were too short. So we had to use a trick with some washers and the deal was done. Now the chain wheels are okay and the engines can drive the chains. As the last part, he had to mount the ESP8266 and the motor drivers. The driver chip is the usual suspect, an L293 quadruple half-H driver. It sits on a nice board with all ESP pins available with DuPont connectors and screw terminals for the battery and the motors. The ESP8266 sits right on top of the PCB. But before it works, we have to flash the software to its memory. Unfortunately, Banggood did not provide an Arduino sketch with it. We only get a bin file which we have to flash according to this description. Just do everything as described and it should work. Now our tank is ready to rumble. As the last step, we have to download an app to our smartphone. On my iPhone, the app looks like that. We use the direct connection where the ESP opens an access point and we have to connect our smartphone to it. Like that we can use the tank also outside the house where no Wi-Fi coverage exists. The app always needs a few attempts to connect to the tank. We did not find out why. When it is connected, you get the 4 different directional keys plus a slider for the speed. You see, it works and Marvin can drive it around the lab. Of course, this way of controlling is not at all precise nor comfortable. We need a real remote control if we want to have fun with this toy. But at least it works in all directions. As a first attempt to pimp the tank, we mounted a 5.8 GHz FPV camera and connected it to the display on Marvin's nose. Like that, we can go to the outside and try it out. Cool! So the platform for our summer project is ready. What we need now is helping brains and maybe also helping hands to enhance it. Perhaps we even remove the need for Marvin to drive the tank. This would be good because this will be his last video. He finished his apprenticeship and moves now on to the next step in his life. Let's start together to build a cool Robo Tank. Bye!